Hello everybody and welcome to 3-Player Co-op. I'm Sean and I'm here with Mark and Mike as always, and we're here to talk about E3. So it's running from the 5th to the 7th of June in LA, and there'll be lots of trailers and hardware reveals hopefully. And what are we excited about, guys?
I'm excited about Half-Life 3. We're getting Half-Life 3, right?
No, Valve will not be there, and neither will Rockstar. Suck town.
Okay, what I'm really excited about is Grand Theft Auto, but you've just ruined that and said that Rockstar aren't going to be there. I'm still really excited about E3. When I was younger, E3 was the dream for me. It was like, you know what? I need to get to E3 when I'm older. What I'm looking forward to, I guess, I would really like to see a lot more information on the next Tomb Raider game. The team behind it now, Crystal Dynamics, are fantastic. Really great pedigree. So I would love to see some gameplay of that. Not cinematics. I would like to see somebody on stage, hopefully at Microsoft's press conference, playing this game.
They've actually already released a cinematic trailer, so hopefully there'll be some sort of event for that and they'll show us some gameplay footage at long last.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good so far. I mean, I'm really excited with the direction they've taken with it, but it's really strange to see all these announcements coming out just before E3. They're kind of jumping the gun on it, and it takes away from the conference as a whole, really.
What seems to happen with E3 is that there's a singular event. Like in 2010, the 3DS was the big thing about E3, and what developers are doing is they're trying to avoid getting swept up in that hype and preempting it. So that's why we're getting all this pre-E3 stuff.
Yeah, I have to say I'm kind of disappointed and not really looking forward to the conference. And it's not just because I fractured my finger and still have to type up the entire thing, but you know, we'll move on from that. But as Mike said, like, Rockstar aren't going to be there. Valve have said that they're only going to show off what we know about. Now, I'm kind of keeping the good fingers crossed that the long shot is we already know about Half-Life 3, we already know about Half-Life Episode 3, so maybe they'll go, here it is, guys, at long last. And if they don't, people will probably riot.
I don't think you've moved on from the finger issue at all. I think you're pretty bitter about it.
I would absolutely love to see a big announcement from Valve. They are, I would say, probably the best studio in the world. Like, everything they put out is really high quality. There's a running joke, though, that they don't know how to count past 2. And they haven't given us any reason to believe that they do. So an announcement of either Half-Life 2 Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 would be spectacular. I would love to see one of the big publishers or big developers just lie, you know? They've said, hey, we're not going to show you anything more about Grand Theft Auto. And suddenly someone from Rockstar sneaks up on stage, say in the middle of the PlayStation conference, and says, surprise, this is coming out in November. Everyone is going to buy it.
Yeah, it would be a good reveal. Like, it would be something that captures the headlines, captures the imagination, and brings back something of the conference, because it's come to a point now where everything gets leaked or everything gets known about beforehand, or they send out press releases saying, hey, we're going to talk about this next week. And you're like, thanks, it's an announcement of an announcement. It's absolutely pointless at this stage.
I hate announcements of announcements. Just make the announcement. The whole news thing has changed. E3 used to be a big event because I remember picking up magazines in the 90s. Oh, the 90s. And they'd have a huge E3 feature and there'd be splash pages full of new games that I hadn't seen before. Now it's less exciting because we've seen most of the games already. My favorite thing about new game announcements is seeing them for the first time. I don't particularly like the dribble of information.
Yeah, I agree with Sean. It's unfortunate, but I think it goes back to, you know, your earlier point that, you know, there's one big news story that's going to dominate E3 and people don't want to be fighting for that space.
When you're looking at the lineup, so far there isn't much grabbing the attention.
The Wii U could blow us all away. I've been surprised by Nintendo in the past and I could be surprised again this year.
I would be massively surprised if the Wii U is anything but, oh look, we're trying to catch up with the Xbox and the PlayStation. Please give us another chance, because to be honest, I mean, like, even Hironobu Sakaguchi came out, so that's the guy who made all of the Final Fantasy games, well, all of the good ones anyway, and the last story on the Wii, and he said that console held back the game.
I reckon Nintendo are trying to capitalize on the Wii name by continuing the Wii line. It's recognizable to the average Joe on the street. So lads, if you could see one game or console at E3, what would it be?
If I could see one thing, neither game nor console, it would be Peter Moore taking to the stage, showing off a new tattoo and kicking some ass. Maybe even saying, you know what, I'm taking over EA as a whole. That would be brilliant.
So you're kind of getting caught up in the cult of personality. In terms of games, they released a trailer for Lords of Shadow 2, and I'm ridiculously excited about that. I loved the first one. I actually would almost suggest just going and playing the first one before watching the trailer for 2, because, well, if you play the first one, you'll know. And if you haven't, play it now. And they've also announced the 3DS spin-off Castlevania title, Mirror of Fate, and that looks like it's going to be the old Metroidvania style, and that is ridiculously exciting, almost more so than Lords of Shadow 2.
Wow, that's a strong statement to make.
It is indeed. It is indeed. I'd really like to see something from Epic. So it was rumored, maybe semi-confirmed, that the guys at People Can Fly, so they were the developers who made the ridiculously fun Bulletstorm, are going to be working on the next Gears of War game, which I think is fantastic because these guys made a really fun game. They made a game, something you can enjoy as opposed to, oh, this is so ultra realistic. You kick doors down, you destroyed things. It was outstanding. So they're working on the next Gears game. I would like to see information on that. Another thing, speaking about our friends in Poland, I'd like to see more information from CD Projekt Red on their new game, which they've licensed, the Cyberpunk pen and paper RPG. That is an outstanding IP, and I think they could do something really, really amazing with it, considering the Witcher games. From a selfish perspective, I'd also quite like to see a really exciting Kinect announcement. Some game that blows everyone away, that looks absolutely amazing and really uses the technology.
I can give you a hint preview. You won't.
But that's not selfish at all. We all want to see a mind-blowing Kinect game. I reckon Fable the Journey could be that game. Personally, I'm more interested in titles we know nothing about, and hopefully we'll see a couple of them too. So guys, who do you think is going to win E3? Let us know in the comments section below. And thank you for watching.